Let's see. Can you guys hear me now? I'm trying to figure it out here. Let's see. Not sure. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, so Richie's saying he can hear me. Oh, cool. All right, guys. So yeah, so I kind of figured, the wife and son they're out of the house right now, so I figured I would just kind of do a live stream, with no interruptions. So that's probably the biggest reason why I do the live streams off of the phone. It's a lot easier, like between work, raising, son and family and all that. It's a lot easier to just share my screen and give an update and post it. So I figured I would just do a live stream now that I have the time. Now you're just gonna have to bear with me because it is. I'm still trying to figure out this StreamYard thing. I'm trying to figure out how to do. So I'm doing a picture-in-picture layout. So I'm trying to present my screen while staying in the video. So if I put entire screen, if I share this, am I still in the video? Like, do I show up picture in picture? Like, can you guys see my video in the Robinhood screen? Let me know if you guys, let me know in the comments if you can see that. Because right now I'm kind of okay, perfect. Thanks, man. All right. Cool. So I'm not going to jump into the total account value just because it kind of shows the username that way. But right now the account, actually I could just read it off of my phone. It'll be easier this way. So right now we're at $114,751.59. So, we had a pretty good day. Looks like Palantir had a good day today. So we'll go off of the traditional IRA first. I'll just kind of go from the smallest accounts up to the biggest. Let's see if the internet agrees with me here. All right, cool. The only thing is I can't see your guys' messages live as I'm going through this. So I'll kind of click back and forth and kind of read some of the messages. So yeah, thank you. Right here, let's see. Doug, Richie, Chamu, Smokehouse, Iceman. Thank you guys for joining. It's awesome joining the first live here. Okay, so today we're up 2.69% today. For the month, we are up. Dang, we're up 41% in the past month, higher than I expected. Year to date, 24.7, and all time is the same. This account's relatively new. So in this account, it's strictly fully on Palantir and TSLL. Here we go to equity. So you'll see like what the bulk of it is. So you'll see 2,900 of it is in Palantir shares and 1,800 is in TSLL shares. So in this account, we have the covered calls. Let's see if I can show total return. 12% change. Yeah, so on the covered calls on TSLL, I am negative 58%. And on the Palantir covered call, I'm negative 14%. So, I'm doing all right with those. As long as TSLL stays below 1050, I'm not going to be worried about this at all. As long as Palantir stays below 27, I'm not going to worry about this at all. So, going pretty good there. I feel like it's going pretty good for it being like the first live stream. I'm kind of figuring this out. Excuse me. Okay, in the Roth IRA, we went up 2.7% today. For the month, we are up 23.2% in the past month. Year to date, we are up 17.7%, and all time 17.5. All right. And also, too, if you guys have specific questions, I think it would be cool to be able to answer them live. I think it's really cool to be able to, I've always liked the idea of asking someone a question and then either have someone else in the comments be able to help someone out live, or I'll be able to just kind of give my opinion. I can't give you my recommendation. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a, financial advisor. I'm not a dentist either. So let's see. Total contributions. So yeah, I kind of maxed out the contributions here. So I can't, contribute anymore. So the cool thing about being able to sell puts and calls in a retirement account is that you're able to kind of create your own deposits. But when you sell a covered call and cash secured puts in a retirement account, you're able to basically create your own deposit. So I'm able to increase my buying power and my Roth IRA cash with the calls and puts that I sell. So today I actually closed, let's see if it shows it here, Innovix. So Innovix had a very brief dip today, very brief dip. And thankfully I was at work. And because I set my limit order for 40% gain, it went through. I wasn't even paying attention to it. When I went to break, I noticed that the order went through. And while I was working, I noticed that Innovix started pumping again. I think it had a 5% day. I think I sold it around here. It was almost up 5%. So I sold another covered call. So I kind of recycled these covered calls here. Let's see. Right here. Let's show more. Right. Yeah, it's cool to have you guys here. It's cool. All right. Yeah, here it is. So I initially received $73 for this covered call. I bought it back for $43. So the difference between those two is a 40% difference. So that's what I get to keep. So from here, the 73, I kept $30, and I'm just going to recycle it. I received 63 here, and had I received a 30% profit, I probably would have closed it again and taken 30%. But because it didn't go through, tomorrow I'm expecting 40% minimum. Monday, 40%. And on Tuesday, I'll expect 50% for another 2 to 5 days. And that'll just go up and up until I get to my 70% minimum. And if that never happens, that means that the trade went against me. And then that means that I just either have to roll or just take assignment. So let's see. But let's see. But yeah, give me your feedback. Let me know what you guys think about the live stream. I'll try to do this a little bit more often, maybe once every 2 weeks. We'll see. We'll figure it out here. Let's see. The internet's kind of slow here. Connected through Wi-Fi. All right. So let's just go to the big account here. Click here. Okay. So in the Palantir portfolio, we are up 5% today. So yeah, a pretty good day. Palantir, had some pretty good news going for it, and the market in general was going up. A lot of stocks are going up today. So I think was it right at market open. As soon as the market opened, it's Palantir started going up. So today we're up 5%. For the month, this account is up 30%. So yeah, beginning of the month. Damn, hard to believe we're at 72,000 at the beginning of the month. Damn, up to 94. Year to date, we're up 33% year to date. And all time, we're getting better and better. Now I'm at 5.6% all time. So finally, I mean, dude, this was a struggle. I was in the struggle bus here. So it's good to be in the green, and I intend to stay in the green. Take safer approaches here. So here, my limit orders have not gone through yet. And if you remember yesterday on TJ's stream, I was talking about how deep I was underwater on the Palantir cash secured puts. And it's crazy. It's crazy how am I really at even right now? Let's see. I think I was down 178% on those at one point. Holy shit, yeah. Yeah, the options are worth 42 cents, and I received 42 cents as a credit. So at one point this week, let me see, in the past month. Yeah, around June 20th, it had gone up here. At one point, it was worth $1.58. Yeah, it was worth like 3 times the amount. Holy shit. That is crazy. That's crazy. So that shows you how volatile these options can be as well. You know, like Palantir just went up what 5%, and these cash secured puts went, for me, they went up by 60. So here it's negative, but for me it's a positive. It went up 63% today. Yeah, today's return. Look at it, in one day, I got $1,300. I guess the trade went for me by $1,300. I didn't just receive that right now, but it reflects that in the portfolio value. Yeah, so this is my original credit, and that's what it's worth now. So I plan to buy this back at 70% profit, or I'm just going to roll it. It's kind of crazy. It's crazy how quickly, you know, these can get back in the money if you stay in the trade on a company that you believe in. You know, it doesn't have to be Palantir. It doesn't have to be the one that people are, you know, pitching and stuff online. You got to find the stocks that you're absolutely comfortable in doing this with. And if you see it through and the company recovers or bounces, then, you know, you'll be fine. Oh, and an update too on the poor man's covered call. Let's see. Are these for total return? Yes. So on the long call for Tesla, I'm up $1,700 already. So this is unrealized gains. So I have an unrealized gain of $1,700. And this is, I believe, the third round of covered calls that I've already sold on it. So the first two were in profit. I think I've locked in about 300 to 400 in gains. So you add the 300 to 400 to the 1,700 right now, and unrealized plus realized, I'm currently up like $2,100 in this Tesla poor man covered call. So I'm seeing the benefit of it. I'm seeing the trade in action, sticking with safe strikes. So right now Tesla, you know, has had some pretty good days, but not enough to breach that $200, $205. So the next round that I'm going to sell, if Tesla is at 195, then I'm going to sell the next round at 215, at 220, because my main goal is to stay ahead of Tesla. So this is kind of like the cherry on top, but this here is kind of like the loaf. This here is what, if I can stay in this without messing this up, then I'll be able to lock in a pretty fat profit on Tesla. If I can hold on to this till maybe June 2025, June of next year, I'll be able to cash this in with the long-term capital gains, because I bought this about a month ago, I think. We'll see. Date bought June 4th. So if I can hold on to this until June 5th, 2025, and Tesla is up at maybe at $250, $300, $400, if I can stay ahead of that stock and just collect a couple pennies ahead of the stock and not get greedy, I'm going to make a lot of money off of this long call. Plus money collected along the way that's going, you know, towards my brokerage, which is pretty cool. So that's the number one goal here. The number one goal is to not get greedy on the covered calls, because if I get greedy and it goes against me and I'm forced to kick the can down the road for nothing just because Tesla kind of popped, I might be forced to close the entire trade at, you know, at a decent profit, but it might be like a, you know, I might make 4,000, 5,000. Who knows? Who knows how far up Tesla can go? So it's pretty cool. But yeah, here it is. Tesla Palantir up 5% today. So if Palantir can thread that needle between $25 and $27, at least if Palantir can stay above $25 by 4th of July, dude, I'm golden. I'm golden on these puts. I'll be good. I'll be able to close these out at 70% profit. And then I'll be able to even stay, if it can stay below 27, then I'll be able to even cash in on the covered calls, make money on both sides of the trade. And something I do want to get better at is my entry points on the covered calls and cash secured puts. So let me see. I'm just kind of like running through like what my thought process is when I'm going to be doing these trades. Let's see if anyone has any questions. Honestly, I don't even know how capital gains work for DCA. Yeah, that inbound. Yeah, I guess it's gonna depend, like how. I think if you sell everything at once, I think it's gonna calculate the stuff that you bought recently at a certain rate, and the stuff that you bought after longer than a year. It's gonna calculate that at a certain rate. But I don't know. Oh, yo, Midwest. Yeah, good to have you on. Inbound, good to see you. ETF, good to see you, man. And spec, yeah, I guess I would call this like I would call this like maybe like a 90% exposure to Palantir. So I would consider an all in, because I just consider the stuff in Tesla, Innovix, Enphase, TNA kind of as a trade. Like if I can make money off of that, I'll kind of, and if Palantir still hasn't like pumped up like crazy, I'll just kind of put that money and put it back into Palantir. And for me, so it says here, oh, well, that's cool. You can show the comment. That's right. So Spec says, are you not scared having your entire net worth in Palantir? So the reason I'm not scared is because I've done my own research on the company and I have my own conviction in the company. So I know they don't have any debt, so they're not at risk for bankruptcy. They're deeply entrenched into the U.S. government. So just like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Raytheon, all those companies are at very low risk of bankruptcy because they always have the U.S. government to be able to, they have a long run with the U.S. government, and the fact that Palantir is just accelerating in commercial, so now you have these two branches that Palantir is kind of like taking off in. So I'm just very excited for it. Entry points are tough. Yeah, I wait too long on my cash gear puts. Hey John, good to see you, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Yeah, this is awesome. It's good to see you here. Now's the time. Yeah, and that's true. For me, I'm 32, so I would love to be able to make a good amount of money to be able to buy a home, and find be able to change kind of like my own family tree. So that's kind of what gets me excited. Let's see. So yeah, so I'm kind of a little nervous, for my first live stream. It's a little different than just being able to just be on my phone and just kind of willy-nilly just share my screen and all that. But it is a little different knowing that there's people watching like live, which is pretty cool though. I think as I do it more and more, I'll be better and better at it. If I switch over to Twitter, does it show the screen here? Excuse me. Let me see. All you need is a 10x for one. Yeah. Can you guys let me know if it switches? So if I switch tabs, does it show up on you guys, or does it stay on Robinhood? Now I'm currently in the Twitter page. Let me know, guys, in the comments. I would appreciate some feedback. Palantir 10x seems totally possible. I agree. Thank you, Iceman. I appreciate it. It does switch? Okay, perfect. All right. So yeah, so this is a segment that I like to do. I know some of you guys already follow me on X, so this is kind of like a double dipping. But I do like kind of showing off like what I'm sharing here. And some people might not have Twitter. Here is when I was on TJ's live stream. So yesterday I was on. Carlos was there, Bill White, Dallas Matthew. It's a great podcast. It's great to be with talking to people and stuff that are also selling options, selling puts and stuff. So today, Palantir signed up. They made a deal with Voyager Space. Here, Arnie was sharing it today. Let's see. So this is a new space deal on top of the one released last week. So, and here the customer is the one that's making the announcement as well. And I think Palantir retweeted it as well. So it's pretty exciting. All right, here it is. So they're going to be integrating Palantir's cutting edge AI tools across the Voyager enterprise. So this is awesome. It's awesome to see them right now, what they call it, they're basically running the wires, even if they're not making all this money now, because a lot of people want to see like $1 billion deal, you know, $1 trillion deal. But I think it's more important to focus on getting into as many companies as you can, you know, maybe at a low, you know, low charge, or not charging them as much upfront. But once they prove themselves, the customer is not going to be able to just switch. Like, do you guys think they're going to switch to like Microsoft Fabric or C3 AI? Like, it's insane. It's insane what the potential is. So here, I'll go to my profile. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the celebration Squirtle. So so loud. So loud. My son loves that video. Every time I play that video, he wants to look at my phone and he'll rewatch this video like 3-4 times. And I usually have to kind of say, okay, you know, we'll move on to the next video. I love seeing Squirtle now. This year, I was kind of sharing the profits that I took on Innovix. So I was at work today for orientation. So at 8:30 in the morning, it went through. It looks like there was a brief dip at market open. So the covered calls got profitable for me. So it immediately filled it. So then later on that day, so an hour later, once I was on break, I noticed that it was already above the strike that I closed it at. So had I closed it at 48, it wouldn't have been 40% profit. It would have been like 30. I don't know what the exact number is, but it would have been less than 40 had I just closed it at 48.50. And then later that day, I just sold another one, and you know, able to just compound and just collect, you know, another couple bucks. On Saturday I'll be joining a spaces with Canton Cat. So Cat, he has been you know, getting people from Twitter on X together. We're talking stocks, we're talking about life, like what we're doing, what we're up to. So if you guys, you know, are free, you know, feel free to join. You know, you can set a reminder here. Let's see, do that. Yeah, you can set a reminder. So on Saturday, 8 a.m. Central Time, so 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific, or if you're in Hong Kong, happens to be in Hong Kong, 9 p.m. So Danny is in Hong Kong. So yeah, we have Jess, Open Skies. She's in Australia. She'll be joining. Danny Chang, he's in Hong Kong. You have, who else? The Great Matsby will be joining. Tesla Tracker, and possibly Amit. Amit joined last time. Amit and Chris joined last time. And then Chris was kind of trolling, saying that Palantir is a meme stock. So that might be a hot topic. Let's see. Here, later on that day, today, I sold another round of covered calls, but at a much higher strike. I mean, look at that, 17 bucks. And I received $63 basically to agree to sell it at 17 bucks in a week and a half. Just crazy to me. And I might actually, I don't know. And this is where it gets a little tricky, where I don't know where I'm willing to let go of Innovix for the short term. Am I willing to let it ride up and down and just collect the premiums? I might, because I do believe Innovix is going to be big, you know. Excuse me. And if Samsung does not sign with them after the whole fiasco with like blowing up their phones, people had their phone in their pocket, and then people were like, "Oh, dude, don't buy a Samsung; they're gonna blow up on you." If they don't do a contract with Innovix, like, it just shows that they don't. I don't know. They don't have a vision, or they don't care about their reputation. I don't know. Okay, so I think this is like the end as far as like what I typically do. I'm just gonna see if there are any questions or any like you know, maybe I could do like a Q&A and stuff. Let's see. They need to bring down the ISS to Earth. Oh, that's right. Like, didn't like Boeing mess something up? Uh, like Boeing had an issue or something. Let's see. Let me switch that up. Oh, cool. I don't have to do like the whole crazy thing. Yeah, it looks like they had an issue. So now I don't know what the hell's going on. Hey, Chaos, good to see you, man. Good to see you, bro. Tesla Tracker, he's awesome. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, dude, it's cool. It's cool talking with them on Spaces and stuff. Let's see. The the video of the phone blowing up on Silo Green. Oh, there's a video of it blowing up on him. I might look that up actually. The video of the phone blowing up on Silo. Let me see. I'm just gonna look it up for shits and giggles. For green. as soon as I type it, I don't know what's gonna show it. As soon as I type it, it says Silo Green, and it autofills phone blow up. Holy shit! No way. I don't know if I go on YouTube. I don't know if it'll like cancel the stream. I don't know. So I'm just gonna like boomer it and like show it show it to you guys like this, just to see what would happen. This is hilarious. Like we're going full millennial boomer mode right now. I'm just gonna. God damn! Oh shit! Oh, shit. I've never seen. Holy shit! Oh my god, he's on the floor. Oh my god, dude, the dude's on the floor. Like he was like, oh my god. Hold on, I don't know if you guys can see it. Dude, the dude is on the floor. Oh my god, this is my first time seeing this. This is my first time seeing that. That is hilarious. Next stream, I might just go and open up YouTube and see if it works. But that is crazy. That's that's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. I mean, that's what I'm saying is that Enovix, so their technology is that if a battery gets pierced somehow and gets damaged, there's a risk of it blowing up, it heating up and catching fire. And Enovix solves that by, I guess they isolate all of the cells. The way they kind of do it is where if you pierce it, it doesn't kind of spread. It all gets kind of like just those cells or whatever, they get damaged and that's it. And you kind of keep it from, so you would imagine, and plus it's a lot thinner, it weighs a lot less. So you could imagine you strap on freaking, goggles on your face, like the Apple Meta Quest. And if something happens, you get hit with something, you don't want that on your face catching fire. And plus it weighs less. So now you don't have all this weight on your face. And it's also flexible. Like you can bend this. So you can use it on bendable phones. So instead of it having, because right now currently phones, they need two separate batteries, one on each side, and then they have like the hinge. Whereas with an Enovix battery, you can just have one long strip. And I think John might be able to kind of give us maybe a little bit of details on that, because I know John, he is he knows a lot about Enovix. He's in that community more than I am. I know Carlos, he's been in Enovix, Vitali, because TJ Rogers is heavily involved in Enovix. I think he's a board member. He's heavily involved in the company. I'm not sure what his title is, but he's the guy that was running Enphase. He's the guy that turned Enphase into a, I don't know how many $1 billion market cap they are. So he took them to success. So I believe that in the long run, I think Enovix is going to be a successful company, which that's where it gets tricky for me, where I'm selling covered calls on this. I might just hold on to the shares. I might just hold on to the shares and just ride this up, write it down. And when it's at support levels, I'm just going to avoid selling covered calls on Enovix. I'm just going to wait for like a 20% day, a 10, 5, 10, 20% day to then start selling covered calls and not get too greedy. It's funny. Oh yeah, the CeeLo Green phone, that's funnier than Hawk 2. Man, that is crazy. Oh man, Mark, how's it going, man? Good to see you, dude. Man, it's awesome to see everyone here, man. Like, and then Chaos all the way from Michoacan, Mexico. That is awesome, man. Oh, and Jonathan Sargent, I did not miss your message. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? Man, I hope it goes up. I think it's going to go up, but I don't have the same level of conviction on it than I do on Palantir, and and that's reflected in my portfolio. So because I don't believe in it as much, it has such a small weighting on the portfolio. Like dollar wise, this is my total allocation to Bitcoin right now. It is a 2x leveraged ETF. Again, I can't get away from these 2x leverages. I've been on TSLL train for like a while. I feel like I should get commission off of that because I've been hyping up TSLL since like 2023, 2022. I think I don't know when I bought my first TSLL shares, but I think, I mean, call me crazy, but I think if Bitcoin goes to the moon, this ETF is going to go up even higher. This ETF, October 2023. Oh, I don't think you do. Think you do on the phone where you can kind of click. Well, I guess you can't. Where on the phone you can kind of click and drag, and you can show like returns all time. But yeah, during the highs, this was at $53. So I think if we see Bitcoin at 100 grand, 150 grand, dude, this ETF is gonna go at least what, 80, 90, $100. Who knows? But for me, I wish I had the conviction. So right now I'm kind of just DCing little by little. And actually right now we'll go to the 3 month. Damn, it's actually on a pretty good support level right now. Like, I mean, I should be looking at Bitcoin instead of looking at this this ETF. But I mean, look at that. It's at the same level it was in May, same level it was in February. I wouldn't be opposed to buying more here and slowly increasing this, because right now I only have $500 in this. Where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Market value 500. Oh, I made $1, guys. I'm gonna go all out. I'm gonna sell, dump everything. So this $500 represents 0.5% of the total portfolio value, 0.5%. But because it's a 2x ETF, maybe you can call that a 1% allocation as far as potential returns that I can make off of it. I wouldn't be opposed to making this like a 1% allocation though, like little by little, keep adding more and more. So that way I can have like a good amount, you know. And I wouldn't be wheeling this even if I had 100 shares. I don't want to get caught selling a covered call here and then have to kick the can down the road all the way over here, when I could just swing trade it when it hits certain levels that I think Bitcoin is going to be overvalued. When everybody's talking about Bitcoin, like I bet you back here in March 13th, I bet you, the Bitcoin talk was crazy here. So let's go back to the comments. Let me know what you guys think so far about the stream. Let's see. Oh, John, wait, what was the question about Enovix? I was tweeting for a sec. I think I was just asking if you had more like I guess information or technical knowledge about Enovix, just because I was talking about my my general thoughts of Enovix is that they're going to be a very successful company just because the technology they have, they allow phones to be foldable. So instead of having one battery for each side on a hinge, they can use one Enovix battery that can fold. And then you have, these wearables on your face. You don't have the risk of it blowing up, kind of like it did on CeeLo Green. So I think it has a lot of things going for it, and I don't think other companies are really doing as much as Enovix is. So let's see. Oops, excuse me. Bitcoin makes me a better man. I wish I was a BTC bull, but I don't know. It makes me anxious. I know it for me. It personally makes me a little anxious if I have a little too much on it. So, hey Dex, man, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Wrench Gang. I know. Soon, I think this is gonna be like a TJ stream. I'm just gonna make everyone here a mod, and that way you guys can kind of like ban each other and stuff. Wrench Gang. ETF. Thoughts on dog with hat? I heard it could 2x soon, so I might just become an all-in dog with hat, portfolio and make my money, man. Make my money. John, I scrolled back. TJ is executive chairman. TJ meaning TJ Rogers, for those who don't know. He's an executive chairman of Innovix. He's the man. There's a clip I posted about BrakeFlow where they pierce the battery and show the difference. Yeah, I've seen that video and it's crazy, dude. They have it in a little like cage, and they show when they pierce a regular battery, it just straight up catches fire and it engulfs in flames. It's crazy. And then they show the Innovix battery, and the difference is night and day. Mark, are you bullish on heterosexuality? The market is forward looking. And right now we're on June 27th. So I would buy calls on heterosexuality because Pride Month is almost over. So I think once July 1st hits and all the rainbow profile pictures start going away, I think the market is going to overreact, and I think they're going to start, going all in. So you kind of want to get ahead of big money on that. SJ, hey, what's up, man? What is up, guys? And one day I might update. I might upgrade this to premium. I don't know how much it is, because here right now I'm currently streaming on YouTube, and I linked my Twitter, my X. So I should be able to stream on both at the same time, which would be pretty cool. So I just don't know how expensive it is. I don't know if it's worth it. Let's just find out together. Let's find out together how much StreamYard premium price. Choose your plan. So you have basic. So I'm using free. Streaming limits. $20 a month. Who knows? 10 on-screen participants. So right now, 6 people can join me. Live streams are recorded. Guest destinations. No StreamYard logo on my streams. I can multi-stream to 3 destinations. So $20 a month, it's a little, I don't know. I guess I'm a little cheap. I would rather buy more Palantir with that. So we'll see. Oh, dog with hat, well, 200x. Thank you, man. I'm going to just do it now. And I'm going to ignore this comment so that way I can sue you later. Iceman. And ETF short LGBT. Yeah, right now would be a good time to short it, because right now although the Hawk 2 chick really she changed the narrative. So there is a situation where the narrative has changed. She kind of put a damper on it. So I think right now the premiums might be high on buying puts. I think buying puts would have been better right before she went viral. So she kind of changed the game a little bit. Not gonna lie. Long hetero check. I know half of this live stream is just me talking. Oh man, but yeah, I'm not sure what else to keep. I could just keep it going, chatting with you guys, depending on how long you guys want to, keep it going. Because right now, yeah, my wife she's out, and my son, he's with the grandparents. So right now, just my puppy Coco, she's taking a nap over there. So it's just gonna be me here at the house for now. So I figured I would take that time to really understand this StreamYard situation and, be able to chat with you guys, it's going pretty good. I think as time has gone on, I've been more and more comfortable. And yeah, this is a live Q&A for those who are watching, people who have any questions and everything, just let me know. You guys, I'm an open book. So let's see. Hawk 2 on that thing. Yeah, buy a put on that thing. Did the did the debate yield anything significant? Did Biden short himself? I'm not gonna watch that debate, dude. It's gonna be a waste of time. Like they were already making so many innovations on the microphones where it's like, oh, now you have a green light and a red light on the microphone to mute the person who's, so they basically didn't want Trump interrupting Biden every time, Biden trying to get his words together, like, trying to get a cohesive sentence together, and then Trump just like, Sleepy Joe, get a sentence together, wrong, dude, he would have trampled all over Biden. He would have steamrolled the shit out of the debate. He would have just bullied the crap out of him. So I think that's who knows. I'll just catch up with the political Twitter accounts tomorrow. Oh, okay. Here's a question. Garcia, what's your thought on selling weekly or monthly versus doing a backstop trade like TJ calls them? So for me personally, I don't want to do backstop trades just because I get a little nervous at the thought of doing a trade so far out when things could go against you and now you're kind of in it and you're stuck. Like your money's kind of like your money's there. Your money's stuck. And if it does go against you, you're kind of forced to write it out. Whereas if you're doing weekly or monthly, you have the choice. I think Option has been on TJ's channel where he talks about, where he says options give you options, meaning if you have weekly calls or weekly options or monthly options, as you close them out each week or each month, now you have the option of, do I want to keep this trade? Do I want to keep going? Or do I want to exit and shift into another company? Because I know there's a lot of you guys that have an actual diversified portfolio. So you might see that, oh, I sold a cash secured put on SoFi and now SoFi is bouncing and it's at $9, $10. Then I might not want to sell cash secured puts on SoFi anymore, just because I think, in that scenario might be a little bit overbought. Then instead of having a $7 put out to January 2026, even though, yes, you got paid a good money up front, you no longer have the option to rotate anymore. So for me personally, I think I just want to just keep doing weeklies and monthlies at the most, like 30 to 45 days at the most. But I've personally been liking the 2 weeks bi-weeklies, I think. I consider, yeah. So 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I think it's a very good sweet spot for me personally, because I'm like a hawk. Like I'm looking at the options every day. I think for people who want a little bit less hands-on every day, you have other things to do, you have a more intense job during market hours, then you might not have the time to check throughout the day how your trade is going. So maybe a 45-day out, 2 months out might suit you better. You'll get a good chunk of premium and you don't have to look at it so much. So yeah, that's my thought of that in general. Iceman, how's it feel being a new dog dad? Dude, it's awesome, man. Like I've never had a puppy. I've never had a puppy before. So I've had cats, but living in apartments in California, wasn't able to have dogs. So this was the first time. My wife, she had a dog when we met. She passed away, a few years into our relationship. So, age and complications and stuff. So that was kind of my first time going through like a loved dog passing away. So that was hard. That was hard, because it was a long process, and it with her, it was, we knew her time was coming. So what the vet told us is to write on the calendar whether the dog had a good day. Her name was Roxy. So whether Roxy had a good day or a bad day. And when she starts having more bad days than good days, then keeping her around it and not putting her down is doing more of a pain on her. As much as we want to keep her around as long as possible, sometimes their quality of life is going down the drain, and it's more of a selfish reason for us to try to keep her around. So it was a tough decision that my wife had to make to put her down. And the messed up part is that the vet, when she was put under, we're holding her, and there's these like speakers and there's these speakers in the room we were in, and it was playing Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. Like they were playing the sad song, and it was raining outside. It was like January 1st or January 2nd. It was right after New Year's Day. So it was a cloudy day in Irvine, and it was just saying Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. And we're just like sitting there crying, and we're like, we kind of started laughing to ourselves. We're like, why are they playing this such sad song? And it was so appropriate too, because it was raining outside. We're sad as hell. And then the vet's playing sad music for us. And I'm like, man, it was a little too on the nose, for the vet to do that. But actually, yeah. And actually, I didn't even get to the question. I just kind of went on a tangent there. But dude, it's been awesome. I fell in love with her immediately. I initially wanted a slightly bigger dog. Like I didn't think I was gonna get I call them Dachshunds growing up, but then looking it up, it's Dachshunds, or I just call them wiener dogs to kind of just get to the point. But so at first, when my wife said, "Oh, we should get a wiener dog," I thought, "Oh, okay, yeah, we can get her." But I wasn't like super excited about it, as if it was a lab or a golden retriever or a terrier. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, let's get it." But dude, immediately day one, I fell in love with her. So and I kind of became, her person, because I was at home during that time. So I was like, I had her like sleeping on my chest, the first couple of days. So she kind of got attached to me. So it's pretty cool. Like, it's been awesome. Now, potty training has been an absolute nightmare, and it's been tough. Yeah, she's been going on pads now. We kind of started putting pads again, because we were trying to get her to go outside, and she'll go outside, but we don't have a doggy door. So, and her sign to go, she doesn't really give us a good enough warning. The moment she'll be running, and she'll stop, and she'll pop a squat right away, and she'll start going right away. She doesn't give us like a 5-second warning, a 3-second warning. She'll just go. So now we've been putting a pee pad, one of those doggy pads, and she's been going on the doggy pad and outside. So we're trying to get her to just go on both and not on the floor. Thankfully, we have a hardwood floor. And what was I going to say? Oh, so I Googled what is the hardest dog to potty train, or what are the toughest breeds? And top of the list was Dachshunds. So it's like wiener dogs are like one of the hardest breeds, apparently, because they're very smart, but they're very stubborn. And I even went on a forum, what's it called, to ask people who own these dogs, hey, I'm having trouble. This is what I'm doing. And I'm on a consistent schedule. What can I do? She's 4 months. And everybody's laughing, kind of like, dude, my dog is 7 months and she barely got the hang of it. Oh, my wiener dog is 1 year old. My 3-year-old still has accidents sometimes. So it's just more of a breed thing. Like apparently, like they're just very hard to potty train. So that's just one of the things, I guess, we just gotta like kind of put up with in the meantime. So, but dude, it's awesome. She's a great dog. It's incredible. So yeah, this is cool. Like I'm having a good time, streaming with you guys and answering questions, doing Q&A. I might do this more often, guys. I might send my wife out, give her $5, tell her to get herself something nice. Put on some Bob Marley and chill. I know. Will it get well, I mean, I'm not even monetized, so I could probably just do it. I don't think I'll get like copyright strike. Bob Marley's not on the internet, right? Unless his family's going. Doug B, I like that philosophy about good days and bad days. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, I it really did put it into frame for us, because it was hard for us, because we didn't look at it as good day and bad day. We just saw, dude, we love this dog, we love her, we want to give her the best life possible, but then on the other hand, she's suffering and she was having bad times. So it was very hard for us to decide on ourselves, because it felt like a terrible choice either way. It felt like we have her life in our hands and my wife is deciding when she's going to go, versus we're just keeping her around suffering. So it was that, the vet telling us about the good days and bad days, writing them down. And when there are more bad days than good days, that's kind of the time to consider, euthanization and stuff. That helped so much. Inbound. My dog used to pee every time somebody came home or got her excited for years. Dude, that's so funny because she's a small dog, so she'll pee when I come home. Like today, I came home from orientation, and she'll get to the door and she'll like get all excited, and she'll pop a quick spot and pee a little. And I'll tell my wife, I'm like, I wish you were so excited to see me come home from work that you pissed yourself. And we both started laughing. Could you imagine like your girlfriend or wife being so goddamn excited? It might actually be a red flag if that's going on. You know, maybe she should see a doctor if she's pissing herself. um, so, oh, dude, that's got excited for years. Yeah. Oh, dude, Amit. Hey, good to see you, man. Good. Thanks for joining the live stream. This is awesome, man. I might do this more often. You know, I'm thinking of maybe once a week. Once a week, I'll just kind of do it. Definitely not every day, just because I don't even know what I would talk about every day. And I think definitely, you know, I definitely do want to spend time with my family each day. So maybe, and I don't want to commit to a specific day just because I don't know what we can do. But you know, maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. Yeah, dude, how's it going, man? 1000% more live streams. Dude, and hopefully you join the spaces on Saturday. I'll be there Saturday morning. We'll just kind of you know, talk, you know, shoot the shit. So yeah, so live in the chat, dude. Amid supporting the, you know, my channel. This is awesome. This is awesome. Bro, we just ended up tearing up all the carpets, gave up. Yeah, dude, if we had carpets, holy shit, dude. I don't know like what we, dude, it's to think that, yeah, like, because if you'd be pissing and pissing and pissing on carpet, that thing soaks, you know, it goes to like the underlayment. It sounds like a nightmare on carpet. It wasn't fixable. LOL squirter. Oh man, my boy. Man. So, but yeah, guys, this has been fun. Yeah, I'll just kind of continue, you know, like sharing my portfolio here, and shout out to TJ too for kind of putting this out there as far as being transparent with the portfolio and stuff. I for one, I felt, does it still show my screen like when I'm sharing it, like my image, or does it just show the screen? Oh well. But I for one felt like shame, like when this account was in the dumps, like when it was down 12% all time, beginning of the year. I mean, look at this, guys. That honestly, that's pretty fucking crazy. So this here, so we're at down 12% all time in this account. I started messing with Marathon, you know, and dude, look at the profits that all, I mean, not profits, look at all the losses that went down. January 22nd, this portfolio was at 55 grand. At this point here is when I took, you know what, let's do what TJ does, and let's revisit a painful trade. Let's go to Marathon Digital. And like TJ says, we're all transparent here. The only thing I'm not going to share is my freaking username, just in case I piss off a PayPal shareholder and they try to hack my account and stuff. It's going to suck. I joke around too much. I tease the PayPal shareholders a little too much. So here it'll show exactly when I took. Oh my God. It's so Marathon call. Where is it? Oh yeah. I was like buying calls, buying puts. I think I was mostly buying calls, trying to like just get rich off of calls and stuff, buying options on this too. Let's see. Let me see if anyone else is going. Oh, are you sharing? You're gonna get assassinated by a PayPal back on. Oh my God, that is hilarious, dude. Oh my God. Let's see if we can go exactly where I was selling the cash secured puts and I closed them for a fat loss. So this is January rolling. Dude, this is nuts. Like all these DJ, and I had shares too. I had a bunch of shares. Like I sold shares at $24. I was buying it back for $1, doing like undoing like any like what do they call it? When you can sell something and if you buy it back within 30 days, you kind of cancel the wash sale. I think I bought it the next day. I kind of fucked it up just because I wanted to keep it as a watch list, and I was just fucking that up by buying one share or $1 worth. Where's the roll? I was doing. Oh, here's the put. January 3rd. Marathon limit buy. Market sell. Here's the put roll. So here on January 11th, I rolled the cash geared put on Marathon. And then I'm pretty sure I bought it back. I'm pretty sure I bought to close at a fat loss. So I received $1,950 for that roll, I believe. If the internet will. Oh, perfect. Yeah. So I received the credit for it, right? So I received $1,900 for that roll. But I'm pretty sure I bought to close it for like a fat loss. And that wasn't even the biggest. It was just a combination of all these mistakes that I was making. Mistakes on mistakes on mistakes. Where's the rolls that I ended up buying to close? Sell the calls. Buying the puts. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I started like buying the puts back. Yeah, I started. Holy shit, dude. How many puts did I have? But at that point, those 20. So yeah, look at this. So on January 19th, I was buying to close $25 puts, right? And let's look where Marathon was on January 19th. So January 19th, let's go to January 19th, just so you guys realized how much deep shit I was in Marathon with no conviction, mind you. So here I was, hand in the mouse trap, hand in the bear trap. It was no longer a cookie jar. It was a fucking bear trap because I had no conviction in Marathon, dude. Like my conviction in Bitcoin is probably like the highest, I guess, out of all crypto. And I think everything else is just equally weak. I don't even believe in Ethereum, dude. Like when I see that skinny dude Vitalik, like I don't know, like it's just like that guy just invented it, and you guys are trusting that it's gonna like work. I don't know, man. At least with Bitcoin, the guy is anonymous. You can't make fun of him because the dude is just straight up anonymous. Let me see if anyone is. My worst position. TJ always uses the cookie jar analogy. Yeah, he does. So let's look where Marathon was. Man, the internet's slow as hell. Okay, here we go. So what was it? January 19th? So mind you guys, look at this. So on the worst fucking day, right? So I had $25 puts. So I was selling puts. I must have had these puts somewhere around here, right? Like Marathon must have been at $26. So I said, hey, let me get some premium to buy it at $25, right? But then January 10th happened and it went to 22. It went to 18. It went down to 16. And it was down to $16. And I thought, holy shit, Marathon is going to zero. Marathon is going to fucking zero. I sold puts on a fucking Bitcoin miner and I don't understand the technology. I understand they mine Bitcoin, they make it with electricity, but I don't know the regulations around it. I don't know how the patents. I don't know their fucking balance sheet. I don't know what they do. I don't know what the CEO stands for. Like it's so the lack of conviction made me say, fuck this, dude. Had this been Palantir, dude, you guys have no fucking idea how much I would have tripled and quadrupled down. Let's just say for some reason, right? Like you can write it down. You can bookmark this, like Palantir right now is like at $25. If let's say we're looking at Palantir here and out of nowhere, you just see the stock tanking and tanking and tanking and tanking. And it tanks all the way down to $16. What do you guys think I'm going to do if Palantir went back down to my cost basis average? Dude, I'm picking up a second job. I am putting up a yard sale. I am buying shares, maybe some on margin. I don't know, dude. I would be selling even more cash secured puts. And let's say these cash secured puts here are underwater and they're at risk for assignment, and I'm selling these cash secured puts on margin, then I'm going to kick this can down the road another month. And even if it's at like a net credit of 0, I'm just going to kick it a month up down the road. Let me just kick it another 3 months down the road. Fuck it. I'm at risk for assignment even then. Then I'll just kick it down another year and I'll sit in this trade for a freaking year. If I have to lock in all of my collateral, all my margin to avoid assignment on Palantir shares with margin, I will kick this down to January of 2030 if Robinhood let me. So it just goes to show you my mentality difference when it's Palantir versus any other stock, really. So it's crazy to see it here, man. And you guys are seeing it live. And this here is the reason why this account underperformed badly to start off the year. If you look at the year to date, this account is up 33%. And I could be up more than what Palantir is up had I played it as all in Palantir since the beginning of the year. Because ever since I decided, ever since I took that fat loss on January 19th, I said, I'm a better man now. This was like my rock bottom moment, I guess, figuratively and literally, right? As you can see here. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be a better man for my family. Like, this is not money that I should be like gambling on a company I don't even fucking know. Let me just start putting my money where my mouth is, where my conviction is. And I just became this became a full Palantir portfolio. So and just to show you guys, like, I would be, I think right now, what's Palantir at year to date? Palantir is, I wish this was a little faster just so it wouldn't be so laggy. It is, you know what? Now I was going to put it on my phone too, but, actually, the Wi-Fi is on my phone too. I should probably just turn that off just to help it out. My internet kind of sucks. I should just get like I don't even think this laptop has an Ethernet cable. So no, I don't think I could even do that. Do they make Ethernet cables for USB-C or USB? Like Ethernet to USB? Is that even a thing? Who knows? Somebody let me know in the chat if that's even a thing. Let's see. Yeah, Palantir year to date is up 49%, guys. This portfolio would be up at a minimum 60% year to date because, and I can't. It sucks that I can't do like. Can't. Damn it! Like in the phone app, you're allowed to select here, and then you're able to drag and see returns during specific time frames. Maybe in the advanced section, you can now choose time intervals for all time spans. Oh. Yeah, like from January 5th. No. Oh, well. So, but the point I'm making is that I'm outperforming Palantir as an all-in Palantir account on the 3-month, on the weekly, the monthly, 3-month. Since February 5th, Palantir is up like something, I don't know, something ridiculous. And for me, I'm up even higher since February 5th. So, this goes to show that my strategy for myself it's working. So that's just kind of like what I wanted to share with you guys is once you guys find what works for you, just keep at it, man. Keep at it. Let's see. It still could. Luckily you don't have any Canadian stocks, man, dude. Man. But hey, there's hope, right? Like Justin Trudeau, he got wrecked in Toronto. Isn't Toronto like super liberal? Arkansas Wi-Fi is it's like Canadian Wi-Fi. I need Starlink, man. Starlink would be pretty cool, like to get internet access. Actually, that's not a bad idea. To be able to get like Starlink, if it's I don't know how much Starlink is, but if I were able to get Starlink here, we could just pick that up, go camping, and still have Wi-Fi. Wheeling and dealing while going out camping, that would be pretty cool. Richie, yes. And then Ray, oh damn, I'm late. Hey, you're not too late actually. I'm at this point I'm just kind of like I'm just going with it at this point. I'm just uh I'm just winging it at this point, or wheeling it. Ha ha ha. Let's see. My worst position ever, ACB weed stock lost 99.9%. Man, dude, that is crazy. So, all right, man. So, I think this is, man, it's been an hour. Holy shit. I didn't even notice the time. It is 8 o'clock now. But this, honestly, I don't know if anybody else has a question or anything, just let me know. Let me know in the chat if you guys have any questions you guys have been wanting to ask me, or anything about myself. Just don't ask me about my high school mascot, mother's maiden name, and other identifying information that would show up in passwords. Let's see. Oh, Mark, I'm getting Starlink in 2 months. $2.99 for the refurbished dish and $179 a month for the subscription. Must be practically free in USD. Oh no way! So you pay for the dish separately up front, and then you pay a fee per month. So, and if I'm assuming it, if what I'm thinking is right, like Mark, you should be able to take that dish wherever you go, right? Like if you have like I don't know if it's battery operated, maybe you can like charge it at home and then take it with you, or take some type of generator or something and plug it in. But you should be able to take that anywhere you go, right? Like if you go camping and stuff like that. So pay for the hardware and a monthly fee. So I don't know. Like right now, I think we're paying like $60 a month or $70 a month for internet. So it would have to make sense for me to go with that. But I bet you the lag and the internet speed will be a lot higher than what I currently have. So let's see. Oh, Richie A is asking, what's it like living in Arkansas after living in California? I'm in California. So for me, I was born and raised in California, in Orange County. So Orange County is a very high cost of living area. So I lived in apartments my whole life. So I grew up right at the poverty line or right under it. So it was like growing up. I didn't think it was so rough until I grew up and I realized, oh shit, we made that little amount of money, or that's how much the poverty line is. Because it didn't feel like it to me as a kid, but growing up, then I realized, oh, okay, the neighborhood we were at is like rougher than I expected, or rougher than I remembered. So the cost of living was probably like the biggest reason why we made the move, my wife and I, to Arkansas, is that we would be able to buy a home here eventually. Right now, we're living in a home, in the guest house of our in-laws, and there's so much land around here. Where the other day I saw a deer right in front of the house, and it's amazing to be able to just be out in nature and it being just so close to your house. Um, but right now it's been a little bit harder on my wife than for me, which is a little ironic because it's like her family's here, my family's still in California, but the change, the lifestyle change for her has been a little bit harder to get through than it was for me. For me, uh, I'm all about it. Like I'm for me, I can go back to California or stay here. My wife, she's kind of right now, she's currently leaning that she would like to go back to California, but she wants to give it a shot. She wants to stay here for at least a year and a half, and then see how she feels at the end of that. And I'm just going to leave it up to her. For her, I don't want her to be miserable living in a state she doesn't want to, even if she wanted to in the beginning. I'm going to leave it up to her. The whole saying, happy wife, happy life, I think goes a long way, just because for me, I can make it work in either state. So I'm not kind of, I'm not kind of like married to like, to the location. So Mark is saying the Roam is the one for home and travel, and then there's an expensive mobile plan like $299 a month if you own a yacht or use it while traveling. Oh, got it. Okay, there's an expensive mobile plan. Oh, shit, that's crazy. I love living near a forest. Yeah, like for us, like we kind of live close to like a forest because there's trees, and it goes a couple hundred feet before there's another house behind our home. So there's deer that go in and out. Um, but the other day I saw a snake. I took a picture of it, and it looks like it's not a poisonous snake, so we're not. But there are venomous snakes. I think I forgot the name of it, but it's like a dark brown snake. So you just got to be careful with that. So, man, I think I do want to I don't want to drag it out too much for you guys. Like, I do want to kind of keep it maybe at an hour or so, so that way people don't, you know, they don't have to watch so much if they don't want to. But I'll let you guys know. I'll kind of, oh yeah, that's what it's called, copperheads and rattlesnakes. Yeah, copperheads are definitely around the area in the Ozarks. So where I live, it's kind of like the Ozarks is kind of like North Arkansas, Missouri, a little bit of, I don't know if Oklahoma has some of it, but this general area it's like its own like a climate zone. So it's pretty unique. It's pretty awesome. A lot of like hills and mountains, rolling mountains, basically, where there's just so many trees and lakes, massive lakes. So being able to go to the lake, and just be out there, it's awesome. For me, I love it. I love it. And I think I will leave it at that for you guys. And I appreciate all of you guys, everybody who joined, Dex, Mark, Amit, Inbound, Iceman, SJ, John Sargent, John, Chaos, Doug B. Let's see. There was I think it was Midwest. He joined as well. Chamu Smokehouse, Richie A. And I don't know if I missed anyone. I think someone asked me about Palantir. I remember, but can't get to the name there. Well, I tried getting to everyone, but thank you guys for watching. Hit the like on the way out. I appreciate you guys watching the stream, and I'll try to do this next week. I might send out like a notification on Twitter and on YouTube, and then so. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll post the next update as a video upload tomorrow. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good one. All right. Bye, guys.